So today we're going to paint a large monstera leaf. This is a popular house plant, and it's popular for having these huge, beautiful leaves with some holes in them. And we're going to be using different shades of green and some pops of an unexpected color in our paint. The supplies we're going to use today will be our watercolor paper, a pencil, and an eraser of some sort, and then this set of watercolors. Maybe you have Parang or Crayola, but nothing too professional, just a basic set of Crayolas. You'll need a cup of water. I'm going to be mixing right in the pans here, but you might also use a plastic mixing tray. And we'll be using 2 sizes of brushes. So the 2 sizes I recommend these are both round brushes, and somewhere around an 8, so a larger round brush, and then a 4, so like a smaller round. If you don't have those exact sizes, that's okay. These are just something bigger and something smaller. Okay, so let's get started. The first stage of this project will be the drawing stage. To begin this monstera painting, we need to sketch out a large monstera leaf. So your sketch should look something like this, and we will be doing this step by step on this video. Now, if you're a more advanced painter and you would like a slightly more advanced painting, I suggest instead of doing just one monstera leaf, that you draw 3 or 4 smaller monstera leaves and some type of planter, and then you just connect them with stems. And that will be a more advanced version of this project. But to begin, we're going to, on our watercolor paper, draw 1 large monstera leaf. So, having your pencil and your eraser at the ready, and you can also use a large eraser like this, just whatever you have. You're going to draw a fat upside down teardrop, really filling up your paper. And with watercolor, you always want to draw light and loose. I'm drawing a little bit darker because I want you to see the lines, but really as light and as loose as you can draw, because you don't want your pencil lines to show. Then I want you to draw a line down the middle, and it does not have to be perfectly straight. It could be slightly curved if you choose. Okay, next we need to start adding these, what I'm going to call dips or divots. There's a top one, and then there's these ones on the sides. Okay, so for the top divot, just draw a little loop-de-loo like that, and then we can erase what we don't need. Okay, so now you kind of have a big heart shape actually on your paper. And again, we're gonna go in and draw these divots, but I just want you to notice before I draw them, they're very U-shaped, and some of them are very large and some of them are very skinny. I wouldn't do more than 1, 2, 3, 4 on a side, because it'll get really busy when you're painting. So again, going in with the divots or U-shapes, I made a large one there, and I'm gonna make 2 slightly smaller ones here and here. Excuse me. It's springtime, everybody sneezes. All right, now on this side, I'm going to make 3 smaller U-shapes. This is your painting. You can absolutely do your U-shapes differently than what I'm doing. All right, so there's our U-shapes. And then we're gonna go in and erase just the part of the leaf that's inside the U or the divot. And that's gonna create that monstera shape with the very popular holes in the sides of the leaf. But there's also in the middle towards the central line, there's gonna be some circles. So we need to draw some circles in. Again, 2, 3, 4, somewhere in that territory. You don't want to do too many just because then again, like when you're painting, it gets really busy. okay? The last thing we want to add in is our stems. Now on my painting, the stems look not stems, veins. The veins look white because I painted around them. But if you look at my practice drawing, you can see that the veins are just pencil lines to start with. So looking at this, it's a little bit easier to see what I'm talking about. We're going to be adding in these pencil lines, and they're going to kind of start pointing down and then a little bit straight and a little bit up. So you can, what I'm saying is you can change sort of the direction in which the veins go. So we'll go ahead and start with that. This one, I'm going to stop and hop over that line. And stop and hop over that hole there. You don't have to do that, just if it happens that way, that's fine. Okay. Now, I don't like my veins to touch. I like them to be staggered. So I'm gonna do some different ones over here, and I'm gonna start changing the direction that they go in. Let's see, stopping and hopping over this circle. And then this is a very big section right here, so I wanna switch that up a little bit. So I'm gonna start from the other side and come it that way. And I'm happy with that. I think that looks nice. Now, for those of you at home, if you happen to have a kneaded eraser, this is very nice for lightening up your lines. So you just roll it over when you're watercolor painting and it lightens everything up. So I would do that over my whole piece. You can also do that with a white eraser and just go really lightly over everything, because you still want to see the pencil lines. But for this project, I'm not going to worry too much about my pencil lines showing. So that is the drawing portion of the Monstera leaf.